toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Pitt Panthers offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So the Michigan State Spartans offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Spartans in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans will punt this one away. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Hunt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Spartans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Wants to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. East Carolina opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. Lowers those pads.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Just when they're looking run, now up top. They're working that left side. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! If If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. The Spartans want to crank the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man, it's Sullivan. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there, they can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
The screen, he's got wheels. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a move. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulls it in. It's Gaines. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Hit right back to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Fires to the big fella. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He'll set up to throw. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Breaks the tackle. Just dismissing tackles. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. The Spartans want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The screen, and watch out. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll keep it himself. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Nice move there. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Caught over the middle. It's gained. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Traore. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. Takes it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Finds his tight end. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't make the connection. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Nice move there. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punt. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. All the way back to the 15. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to keep running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Spartans will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Working that left side now. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Gibbs. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push some...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, Dave, and hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back. They know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it as it is. They're down by 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Pitt pushing the pace. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Keeps it on the draw. There he goes.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down.
Oh, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive. But you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the 1st down.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Here comes the heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Snagged in the middle. It's Sullivan. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sullivan. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Traore. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
It's complete to the right. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Got his man quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move, creates some space. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Spartans! And that one will pull up here in the 2nd half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Luis. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Powers forward. He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a 2-point conversion after the long touchdown run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Release to the back. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Hit right back to the line.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Gibbs.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Grabbed in the backfield. It's back. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Off the play fake on 1st down. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Buys a little time. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. This defense defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Finds his man. It's Traore. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The noise bouncing off of Smarty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Makes the catch. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. It'll be a draw. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Kick is in the air. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Back to pass on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Still running at the 35. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to sneak it. Scores on the sneak. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance.
Oh, they're after him!
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. The kick is on its way. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. He'll start this drive firing. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. So now it's second and long. Back to the ground game on the left. Runs for the tackle. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Wants to pass. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage on the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. There is no doubt, at this point of the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Absolutely perfect. And we're all tied up, and who's in the mood for a dramatic finish, fellas?
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Wants to throw again. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the move at the 30. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind takes a hit as he fires. Working that left side. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Pitt pushing the pace. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. This for the lead and very likely the win. And it slips just inside that right upright. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.